In this session, we are going to start the science and technology. Okay, science and technology is also very important subject in our preparation, UPSC preparation. Right, every year in the prelims, we are getting approximately average. I would say we are getting average here and there 10 questions. Okay, this year it is more than 10. Approximately we have got like 12 to 13 questions from science and technology. Okay, it is playing an important role in the prelims, no doubt about it. Apart from that, you will also get questions in the mains. Okay, GS3 mains, we have along with the economics, we have science and technology also. Okay, along with the internal security, environment and disaster management, we have science and technology also. So there also it is playing an important role. Okay, so for both prelims and mains, science and technology is very important. Okay, right. So we are going to study, or we are going to study, start the science and technology subject also today, right? Right. So today we will have a brief overview about the science and technology subject, like what are the topics that we are going to cover through this science and technology course. Okay, I am expecting that maybe approximately 1 month. In 1 month, that means maybe in around 25 to 30 classes. Okay, we may complete the science and technology, or we will try to complete the science and technology. Maximum we will take like 1 month, maybe if we are going to cross 1 month plus 10 days we will take. So here and there approximately in 1 month, or maybe 1 month 10 days, we are going to complete, we will try to complete the science and technology course, and we will go for the different subjects. Okay, in the morning class also I told, in the morning I have explained, or I gave an orientation about the economics class. Okay, try to watch that also. So economy is a bigger subject, so it may take maybe 3.5 months. Okay, we have to cover the economic aspects comprehensively, right? So science and technology will not be taking that much time. Maybe we will try to complete maybe 1 month to 1 month 10 days we will try to complete the science and technology. Okay, but importance wise it is not at all less than any other subject. So science and technology also very important subject. Okay, and we have to study it with full focus. Okay, right. With this brief introduction, we will go into the topics in the science and technology, what all the topics that we are going to cover. Okay, so first topic we will start with is the historical development of science and technology. Okay, historical development of science and technology, S&T in our country or in India. Right? We will start with this chapter, historical development of science and technology in India, or alternatively you can call it as evolution of science and technology, evolution of S&T in India. So alternatively you can use any name. Okay, here we will study the aspects of science and technology, or how science and technology was there in our country in the ancient period. Okay, ancient period and in the medieval period. Okay, and in the modern period. Okay, modern period. Okay, these things we will try to study in the evolution of science and technology. Okay, here also in the ancient, medieval and modern times we will take specific, areas like, medicine. Okay, astrology and metallurgy, right? So we will take areas like these and we will try to cover them. Okay, you know very well in the ancient time we have seen plenty of developments or major developments in the medicinal aspects, like Charaka Samhita is there. He was a great you know doctor, and Shushruta was there. He was a great surgeon. excuse me, and his great book Sushruta Samhita was there. Okay, and apart from that, in astrology also, okay, lot of developments, right? So not only in the ancient period, when we study in the medieval period, the astrology has seen lot of developments, like great astrologists were there, Aryabhatta, okay, Aryabhatta, etc. Plenty of astrologers were there. Okay, we will study about that aspect. And metallurgy also has seen lot of developments. Okay, during the best example about metallurgy is during the Guptan period. If you still go to Qutub Minar area, there is an iron pillar. Okay, iron pillar. At that time, that area was called as Mehrauli. Okay, so the pillar is called as Mehrauli iron pillar. So it won't rust. It is exposed to all the things like sunshine, rainwater. It is left in the open, but still it won't rust. Okay. Nowadays, if you see, still we are trying to develop various alloys or metals. They are not of that much quality, but the iron or metal that was prepared at that time during the Guptans, still it is not rusting. Okay, so that is the greatest, that was one of the greatest achievements of the chemists at that time. Okay, like that we are going to see all the developments, from ancient time to modern time. Okay. Uh, you remember, as part of history also, you are going to study all these aspects in the literature. Literature part, mostly you will cover the books in the along with the other books. You will also you are also going to study the books in science and technology. Okay, and in the art and culture, maybe in the art and culture area also, you are going to study about the major scientists at that time. Okay, but however, we will try to cover these aspects from the science and technology perspective. Okay, and especially in the modern time, modern period, we are going to cover some famous scientists, modern scientists. Okay, some famous modern scientists we are going to cover. Okay, so scientists like Jagadish Chandra Bose, C.V. Raman, okay, Chandrasekhar, and Abdul Kalam also we have to study. Okay, Abdul Kalam, Homi J. Baba. Okay, okay, Jagadish Chandra Bose. All these important scientists are there. We are going to study, or we have to study in some detail about all these scientists, because previous questions, if you say, especially the mains questions, they are asking about individual scientists. They are focusing on individual scientists. So we have to know about the individual scientists also. Okay, right. Apart from that, some women scientists are also there. Women scientists are also there, especially in the modern period. Many women scientists were part and parcel of these missions. Mangalyaan mission, even Chandrayaan mission was also Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 1, Chandrayaan 2, and recently, successfully launched Chandrayaan 3 mission. Lot of women scientists were, involved in that. Okay, so we have to study about, somewhere we have to study about the contribution of the women scientists also. Okay, so I am expecting in the coming years, maybe in next exams, maybe 1 2 exams, I am expecting a question on the women scientists. Okay, because UPSC is covering or asking the contribution of women in each and every segment. In the national movement, during the national movement, there was a question with respect to women's participation and their contribution, and in the societal aspects also, with respect to society also, there are plenty of questions were there that were focused on women. So in science and technology also, I am expecting a question, something related to contribution of women scientists. Okay, so in the first chapter, evolution of or historic development of science and technology, we are going to cover these aspects. Okay, Next we will see the other chapters. Second chapter we are going to study the space. Okay, space sector. Right. Excuse me. The second chapter we are going to study is about the space sector. Okay, is it visible? Yes, it is. Space sector. Okay, so space sector, you know very well. Few things I have already mentioned, like Mangalyaan, Gaganyaan, and Chandrayaan. Okay, those are, you know, prestigious missions of ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Okay, apart from that, we have to study the, you know, basics of satellites. Okay, basics of satellites. What is the meaning of satellites? Then we will study types of satellites or satellite types. Okay, so broadly we can divide satellites into uh, broadly categorization can be done two ways. Okay, IRS system, then INSAT system. In India we have you know, divided satellites into two categories: IRS system and INSAT system. Indian remote sensing, IRS means Indian remote sensing, and INSAT means Indian national satellite system. Okay, INS. But generally if you see all over the world, there are remote sensing satellites. Satellites can be divided into remote sensing. Okay, then satellites can be divided into communication satellites. Second category is communication satellites. Okay, and the third category is navigation satellites. Navigation. Okay, navigation satellites. Navigation satellites are the satellites or satellite systems that are used for, you know, traveling or transportation. Transportation means not from simple transportation, like even at present we are using Google Maps for our, you know, day-to-day traveling. From there to navigation of, you know, uh, uh, these things, you know, aeroplanes. Okay, and the navigation of ships. Okay, so even for the navigation of the missiles. Okay, and the satellites itself, navigation of satellites, or instead of saying satellites we can say rockets. Okay, so for all these things we require support of navigational system. Okay, so those satellites are known as navigational satellites. Apart from that, one fourth category also we can see, that is space exploration satellites. Okay, space exploration satellites. For example, we have Astrosat. Okay, that is purpose of that satellite is to explore the space. Okay, right. Broadly, satellites can be divided into these four categories. But in our India, in our country, we have divided satellites broadly into two categories: IRS systems, IRS satellites, which are majorly used for remote sensing, and INSAT satellite system, majorly that is used for communication purposes. Okay, right. Once we have studied the satellites, then we have to study the launch vehicles. Okay, launch vehicles means the vehicles which are used for launching these satellites. Okay, satellites have to be sent to the space. Okay, for that we need special vehicles. Okay, those are known as rockets in normal language. Rockets. In space language, they are known as launch vehicles. So famous names you might have heard. Those are PSLV and GSLV. Presently, GSLV. Okay. Generally, PSLV satellite vehicles are used for launching the remote sensing satellites, and GSLV satellites are used for launching communication satellites or INSAT system satellites. Okay, when we go deep into the subject, you will understand what are the capabilities of PSLV and what are the capabilities of GSLV. You know, GSLV uses a special technology called as cryogenic technology. Cryogenic technology. Okay. That also we will study. Okay. GSLV variants are there. Excuse me. The all the in satellite vehicles we have to see the stages of fuel, how this is, what are the engines that are present. Okay, all those aspects we have to cover. We will study about that. Okay, variants are also there. GSLV, in GSLV we have GSLV Mark 1, Mark 2 and Mark 3. Okay, Mark 3 is the heaviest launch vehicle built by India. So for the special missions like Chandrayaan 3, okay, we have used GSLV 3, okay, and PSLV, it is a reliable and proved vehicle. So most of our launches are taking place by using PSLV at present, especially the IRS satellites or remote sensing satellites. So we are going to study about the PSLV also, okay. After that, we have to study about or we are trying to develop a reusable satellite launch vehicle. Okay, we are trying to develop a reusable satellite launch vehicle. The SpaceX, if you heard, the Tesla company or it itself, the company or space company of Tesla is called as SpaceX. Okay, it is also experimenting, okay, the reusable launch vehicles. Okay, that is normally known as Starship. Okay, we will study, if time permits, we will also study about that one. So on the same lines, the future is going to be about the reusable launch vehicles. Reusable launch vehicles means now whatever the launch vehicles that are there, that are used, are just fire and forget vehicles. Means once we have used them, just that's it. They are going to be the debris or remains of that launch vehicles, they are falling in the oceans and they are not at all usable. Okay, but now we are trying to develop vehicles that can be reusable. Once the satellite is put in the orbit, the launch vehicle, whatever the launch vehicle is there, it will come back to the surface of the earth and it will be soft landed on the earth. So after that, again we can use that vehicle, okay, with few modifications or some modifications. Okay, so India, whatever the vehicle we have developed, that is known as Pushpak. Okay, so trials have been conducted. Two trials have been conducted till now, and two of them have been successful. So in the future, in the near future, we can see the reusable launch vehicles becoming a reality. Okay, right. So after that, we also have to study about the orbits. Okay, okay. Certain types of orbits are there. Okay, so for different types of satellites, we have to use different type of orbits. Generally, orbits are known as low Earth orbit. Okay, this is one orbit. Then geosynchronous orbit is a geo, or before that we have to see uh, polar orbit is also there. Okay, polar orbit we have to study. Then geosynchronous orbit is there. Okay, geosynchronous orbit. Then sun synchronous orbit is also there. Then geostationary orbit is there. Okay, okay. So what is the difference between these orbits and what is the utility of these orbits? Each and every orbit is or has particular type of utility. Okay, those utilities we are going to study. Okay, right. So after studying all this, one important area remains, that is applications. Okay, applications of these satellites, how satellites are useful for the society or human beings. Right, the ultimate goal is that only, right? We have to get something from launching the satellites, or they have to be useful to the human beings. Okay, that is the ultimate purpose. So they are useful in navigation. You have seen navigation. They are useful in disaster management. They are useful in scouting the resources. All these plenty of utilities are there. They are useful in communication. Okay, Now we are talking about digital education or distance education or tele-education, telemedicine. All these words we are hearing. All these are made possible because of the satellites only. Okay. We are also talking about high-speed internet through mobile. Okay. Computers, of course, we will get the internet from the cable networks, but the internet that we are getting in the mobile phones, that is possible because of the satellites only. Okay. Right. All these applications are there. Right. After that, some emerging areas are there. Okay. Those areas are private participation. Okay. Or the role of private sector. The role of private sector in the satellites. Okay. Now ISRO wants that it wants to confine itself to development R&D. And the operational part, it wants that the private sector take up the operational part, that is fabricating the satellites, fabricating the launch vehicles and launching the vehicles, managing once satellites are launched, operating the satellites and managing the satellites. All these aspects, the ISRO wants that the private sector should take it. Okay. So in that way, the role of private sector we have to study, and last, the space market we have to study. Okay. It is growing like anything, space market or space economy, and how and why India should take this opportunity, catch this opportunity, and get a major share in the growing international space market. Okay. These areas we have to cover. Okay. If we are able to see all these areas, we will be covering the space topic comprehensively, India space program comprehensively. Okay. Right. Right. These are the aspects that we are going to study in the space. Okay. Next, the third chapter that we have to study is the defense program. Okay. Third topic that we have to study is defense program. Okay. Right. So the technology involved here is uh, here is just like the space program. Whatever the technology is there in the launching of vehicles, space vehicles or rockets, the same technology is used in the missiles also. Okay. In the defense program, major component is we are going to study about the missiles. Okay. Missiles, the same technology is involved in the missiles also. Okay. So first, in the defense program, we are going to study about the missiles. So different types of missiles are there. These missiles have been developed. A particular program is there, that is Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Okay, IGMDP. This program has been designed and developed by the great personality APJ Abdul Kalam. Okay, APJ Kalam. Because of his contribution to the defense program, he is also known as the Missile Man of India. Okay. So this program, he is the visionary behind this program. Under this program, we have developed different, missile systems. First and foremost important missile is Agni missile. Okay, Agni missile system. In this presently we have 5 missile series: Agni 1, Agni 2, Agni 3, Agni 4, Agni 5. Okay, like that. Okay, Agni 5 is known as ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Okay, we will see about what is the meaning of intercontinental ballistic missile. It is decided based on the range of the missile. Okay, then after Agni we have to study Prithvi systems. Okay, then many other systems are there: Prithvi, Agni, Prithvi, Akash, Trishul, okay, Akash, Trishul, and Nag. These were the 5 components in the integrated guided missile program. Okay, so they are at various stages of development. Okay, Agni we have completely developed. Prithvi also we have developed. Okay, Trishul, some reports are saying that Trishul is no more in vogue. It has been abandoned. Okay, and Nag is this is tanks, okay, modern day advanced level tanks, okay, or sorry, Nag is anti-tank missile. Nog missiles are used for destroying the tanks. Okay, right. So these things we have to study. Okay. Apart from that, plenty of other missiles are also there, like Shaurya. Okay, etc. etc. Plenty of other missiles. Prahar is there. Okay. It is right. So all these missile systems are there. Okay. Prahar is exactly, we cannot say it is a navigational satellite system. It is a radar. Okay, radar is it is a kind of sensor. Radars are useful for helps the our missiles to track and destroy the enemy targets or enemy missiles, and they will also find out the enemy missiles which are coming into our territory or attacking on our land or our assets or our missiles, and they give you information. Okay, so radars are very important in the missile program also. So Prahar is a radar system. We are going to study about the radars also, radar system. Okay, apart from that, other defense, other components in the defense are there. Those are submarines. Okay, submarines, warships. Okay, then we have fighter aircrafts. Okay, aircrafts. So all these things we are going to study. Apart from the missiles, we are going to study all these things. Okay, right, right. So before studying the missiles, we have to see one more thing also, that is types of missiles. Okay, broadly the missiles, types of missiles. Is it visible? Yes, it is visible. Okay, types of missiles. So broadly, missiles can be categorized into two. The first category is the second category is cruise missile. Okay, okay. First, second category of missiles is cruise missiles. Okay, first category is ballistic missile. Okay, first category is ballistic missile, right? So we have to study what is the difference between ballistic missile and what is the difference between cruise missile. Okay, the famous example for cruise missile is the BrahMos. What we have, BrahMos. Okay, this is the cruise missile, and all the other missiles like I mentioned, no, Agni missile, Prithvi missile, they come under the bus category of ballistic missiles. Okay, so when we study in detail, we are going to study the difference between the ballistic missile and the cruise missile also. Again, the purpose is different. Both of them have different purposes. We are going to see the purposes also. Right? Right. So this is about the missiles. Okay. Here also we have to see the what are the stages in the missiles, whether it has single stage or solid stage, how many stages it has, types of fuel, solid stage or liquid stage, etc., etc. We are going to see, right? So right, these are the programs or these are the things which we are going to study in the defense program. Okay, along with that, one area we have to study, the final area. Okay, the final area is nuclear triad. Okay, nuclear triad we have to study what is the concept of nuclear triad, and whether India has or achieved the status of nuclear triad or not. So simply I will tell what is the meaning of nuclear triad. Nuclear triad is the capability of launching nuclear weapons from three segments or three areas, that is from the surface, from the air, and from the ocean or from the water. Okay, if any country achieves the capability of launching the nuclear weapons from these three arenas, that we will say that that country has achieved nuclear triad. Okay, so India also achieved nuclear triad. We have the capability of launching nuclear weapons from three arenas: from land, from surface, from from the space, and also from the uh, water. Okay, so this nuclear triad we have completed when we have built these ships. Okay, Arihant ships, you might have read them in the news. Arihant class Okay, Arihant class ships we have built. They, these are submarines. Sorry, Arihant is a submarine. Okay, so Arihant runs, it itself runs on the nuclear reactor. Okay, instead of using traditionally in submarines, we use diesel. Okay, they are, most of them are diesel. Okay, but Arihant class submarine, they will run on nuclear reactor. A small nuclear reactor will be placed in the submarine itself. So the submarine itself will be running on a nuclear reactor, and there will be nuclear weapons stationed in this submarine. Those are known as K Sagarika. Okay, okay. This is a nuclear weapon which can be launched from the submarine. Okay, from launching from the submarine means launching from underwater. Okay, so with this, with the development of these Arihant class submarines, we have achieved a nuclear triad. Okay, right. So these are the aspects we are going to study in the defense program. Okay. So after this, we will come to the day-to-day technologies that will be used in our day-to-day life. Okay. Those technologies are, first we will see robotics. Okay. Robotics. Okay, robotics we are going to study. You know very well about the robotics. They have a lot of applications. Since artificial intelligence has developed, we are trying to integrate AI, artificial intelligence, along with the robotics. A combination of both. Combination of both is a killer combination. Okay. So we are going to study about the robotics, India's progress in development of robots. Majorly, we are going to study about the applications of robotics. Okay, their applications, and after that, the future prospects. Future prospects. Okay, future prospects in the robotics. Okay, these areas we are going to study. Okay, relatively, robotics is a shorter topic. However, it is mentioned in the syllabus, UPSC syllabus. So we have to study. We have to study about it in detail. Okay. Majorly, the emphasis will be on applications of robotics. Okay. Industrial applications, medical applications. Okay. Applications in agriculture sectors like agriculture, etc., etc. Especially applications are there in heavy industry. So these areas we are going to study. Okay. After that, robotics. After robotics, we will study the nanotechnology. Okay, nanotechnology. Okay, so it is an emerging technology and applications are increasing day by day. Okay, you might have heard about the products like graphene. Okay, graphene, then carbon nanotubes, CNT, carbon nanotubes, you might have heard. So all these are applications of the nanotechnology. Okay. So nanotechnology, briefly we will try and understand what is the meaning of nanotechnology, how it is emerging. Okay. Then we will see how it is emerging in India and what are the nanotechnology applications. Okay. Applications with various nanotechnology related products like carbon nanotubes. Okay. And graphene. Okay, many products are there. Many products we were able to realize because of the advancement of nanotechnology. Then we will see applications of these products. Wide variety of applications are there, including medicine. Okay, medicine means health. Okay, medicinal applications are there, industrial applications are there. Okay, then applications in day to day cosmetics. Okay, cosmetics, their applications are there. So in the areas like water treatment, there are applications in areas like water treatment. Okay, here also applications are there. Then applications are there in in renewable energy arena, like developing the solar panels, etc., etc. Plenty of applications are there for carbon nanotechnology related products that have been developed through the nanotechnology. Okay, so here also major focus will be on the application part of the nanotechnology. Okay, So after studying in detail about the applications of nanotechnology or products that are developed, because of the advancement of nanotechnology, in the end, we are going to study about the challenges of nanotechnology also. Okay, there are several challenges. Okay, always it is said that technology is a double-edged sword. Means two edges are there. There is good, there is bad also. Okay, so nanotechnology has also some negative aspects. We are going to study those aspects, challenging aspects, and finally we are going to study the measures. We have started a nanotechnology mission. Indian government has launched a nanotechnology mission. Apart from that, other initiatives are also there, and we are going to see all those initiatives, right? So these are the things that we are going to study through the study in the nanotechnology. Okay. Okay. So after that, we may go into this chapter called as communication. Okay, communication technology. Okay. Right. The chapter we are going to study is the communication technology. Okay. Okay, communication technology. Right. So in this communication technology, we have to study about the mobile technologies, right? Various generations of mobile technologies have come. 3G, 4G, and the present we have 5G. Okay. Apart from that, we have to study about the networks, types of networks also, like Wi-Fi, LAN, local area network, WAN. Okay. All these things are there. We have to study about the way they function. Okay. Now advanced development in this type of technology is Li-Fi, light fidelity. Okay. That aspect also we are going to study. Okay. Right. So after that we are going to study about the differences between 3G, 4G and 5G technologies also, and the little bit we are going to study about the telecom sector. Okay, telecom sector in our country. Okay, how it is growing, how revolution in the telecom sector has changed our life. Okay, or changed the lives of Indian people. Okay, it's a role of mobile technology in jam creating. Okay, all these aspects briefly we will touch. Okay, so here also we will try and focus on utilities. Okay, or applications of communication technology, especially mobile technology, and further opportunities that are there or that can be achieved through the communication technology. Okay, opportunities we are going to study, right? So basically these are the areas which we are going to cover in the communications technology. Okay, right. After that we will see the computers. Okay, computers and AI. Okay, AI is an emerging area. So there is a catch with AI. We can combine it with the robotics also. Okay, artificial intelligence, or we can combine it with computers also. But I thought, in my opinion, if we are studying with it along with the computers, because nowadays AI is more attached with the computers rather than the robots or robotics. So it is better to study with the AI along with the computers. So briefly here in computers and AI, we will see the generations of computers. Okay, though it is little bit outdated, we will try and see the generations of computers. Okay, then we will study about the supercomputers. Okay, okay, then we will study about there is an emerging computers technology that is known as quantum computers. Okay, quantum computers, we will study what is the meaning of quantum computers, what is the difference between the traditional computers and the quantum computers. Okay, quantum computers. Okay, so we will study about the potential applications of quantum computers. All these areas we are going to study. Okay, after that we will come to AI, artificial intelligence. Along with that we will also study big data. Okay, big data and machine learning. Okay, machine learning. Then we will also study IoT. Okay, Internet of Things. All these are emerging areas, or they have emerged. applications are aplenty. IoT also become a reality. Okay, so all these areas we are going to study. Especially we have to focus on artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence itself is diversifying into various segments like generative AI, etc., etc., and its applications are also wide from agriculture to defense sector, space sector, economy. Everywhere the applications are there. Okay, right. So all these areas we are going to study. Okay, if it is possible, here itself we will study about the cryptocurrency. Okay, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. Okay, blockchain technology. Here itself we will try and cover within the computers. Okay, computers and AI itself we will try to cover the concept of blockchain technology and its major application. Major application of blockchain technology is cryptocurrency. Okay, that areas or aspects or issues associated with the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Okay, all these things we are trying and cover in this chapter. Okay, right. So once we cover these areas, we will continue. We will come to a new area and very important area, and I would consider the chapter, this chapter as the most important chapter. The chapter is biotechnology. Okay, okay. Plenty of subtopics are there in the biotechnology. Okay, and plenty of applications are also there. Okay, whatever the technologies till now we have discussed, they are mostly related with physics. Basics are from physics. Okay, now whatever the whatever we will discuss in the biotechnology, it is mostly related with biology. Okay, it is biotechnology is nothing but the combination of biology and technology. Okay, so the name, hence the name biotechnology. Okay. Okay. So here we are going to study the basics of biotechnology. What is the meaning of biotechnology, and what are the branches in biotechnology? Okay, branches are like some topics are there within the biotechnology like tissue culture. Okay, then we have cloning. Okay, then or before coming to these concepts, we will study the applications of biotechnology. Briefly, we will study about the applications of biotechnology, how biotechnology applications are useful for human beings, like development of medicines, or instead of calling medicines, development of vaccines. Okay, how biotechnology is useful, then development of maybe development of better quality seeds. Okay, and the development of, or we can say briefly, agriculture, its applications in agriculture. Okay, then its applications in health. Vaccines, a simple thing I have mentioned. Along with that, plenty of applications are there in health arena. Okay, then it has applications in industry also. Okay, in industry, in the form of fermentation, etc., etc. Here applications are there. In health, production of vaccines is there, production of enzymes. Okay, here also it is useful, biotechnology is useful. Okay, apart from that, certain technologies are there like production of oil zapper. Okay, some it is bacteria. Okay, which has the capability of cleaning the oil spills. Okay, so brief technologies, oil zapper, and it is component of, oil zapper is component of bioremediation. Okay, so we will try and study what is the meaning of bioremediation, how it is useful for cleaning the environment. Okay, cleaning the polluted environment. Okay, so briefly we will see these aspects. After that we will come to concepts like this. Okay, tissue culture, cloning. Then important area is GMOs. Okay, genetically modified organisms. Right. Right. So it is a very controversial area and very important area also. Okay. Here itself we have to study in detail what is the meaning of genes, or what is the meaning of genes, aspects like what is the meaning of DNA. Okay. etc., etc. All these things in detail we have to study. To understand GMOs, we have to understand all these aspects. DNA, what is the meaning of genes, okay? Then uh, then genetic problems, okay? There are certain diseases are there, okay? They are known as genetic disorders, okay? All these things are we have to study. Then okay, then genetically within the genetically modified organisms, we are going to see two areas, that is GMOs in plants. Okay, plants means maybe in seeds. Okay, then GMOs, genetically modified organisms. Okay, in animals. Okay, right. In GMOs, we have to study the BT technology. Okay, BT seeds. You might have heard about BT seeds. Okay, those are genetically modified organisms. The meaning of genetically modified organisms is we have made changes at the gene level. Okay, gene level means we are going into the DNA of these plant seeds, and we are changing uh, you know the genetic structure itself. The foundation, genetic structure is the foundation for any organism, and we are changing the genetic structure itself. Okay, we are manipulating the genetic structure itself. Okay, so BT cotton is the best example at present. This is one and only crop or seed that is allowed, genetically modified seed that is allowed in our country. Okay, so it is also famously known as BT cotton. Okay, so it is a GM seed. Okay, genetically modified seed. We will try and understand the positives of genetically modified seeds, and the negative aspects of it. Okay, what are the challenges with the or allowing, if we are allowing genetically modified seeds, that also we have to see. And what is the future with the genetically modified seeds. Really they are going to address the challenges that are there in the agriculture sector. And the fear of corporatization of Indian seed market. Okay, corporatization of Indian seed market, the fear is there with the genetically modified seeds, that also we have to see. Okay, so along with the BT cotton, there are discussions about the genetically modified mustard also, GM mustard also. Recently, maybe 20-25 days back, the Ministry of Environment, it has given approval for commercial cultivation of the genetical GM mustard also. So we are going to study the technological changes or technology that is involved in GM mustard also. Okay. So along with this, we have to study one more area, that is terminator gene. Okay, terminator gene also we have to study. Okay, we will study what is the meaning of terminator gene, etc., etc. Okay, so these areas we are going to cover in GM plants. Okay, after that we have to study something related to GMOs also. Here we have to study genetic disorders. What is the meaning of genetic disorders? Okay, is it visible? Okay, it is visible. Okay, then how they can be genetic disorders can be addressed or treated through gene therapy. Okay, so what is the aspect of gene therapy? Okay, how gene therapy is done? What are the technologies involved in gene therapy? Okay, so latest technology is CRISPR technology. CRISPR-Cas9 technology it is known as. Okay, so we are going to study in detail about this CRISPR-Cas9 technology. Okay, after that we will also study what are the aspects or challenges that are involved in genetically modified organisms with respect to animals. Okay, right. So is it ethical? Is it okay to change or modify aspects or genes at the change or bring changes at the genetical level? Is it okay? Is it ethical? Okay, are we not going against the principles of nature? So all these aspects we have to discuss in this area. And certain challenges are also there. How this GMO technology, okay, GM technology can be misused. Okay, those areas also we have to study, right? So this is a big chapter, biotechnology, and very important chapter also. So right, if there is a chance of coming, question coming, definitely they are going to ask from this chapter. Okay, biotechnology, they are going to definitely ask a question. Okay, so we will try and study this chapter elaborately. Okay, right. So after studying biotechnology, one more technology is there. That technology is again something related to physics only. Majorly it is something related to physics only. That is nuclear technology. Okay, nuclear technology. Maybe we can study that technology before biotechnology, before studying the biotechnology itself. Okay, nuclear technology. Okay, so briefly we will study about the nuclear technology. It is also a very important area. First of all, we will study the basics of nuclear technology. Okay, what is nuclear fission, what is nuclear fusion, etc., etc. These concepts are there. Then we will study about the nuclear reactors, applications of nuclear technology. In that, major application is nuclear technology. Sorry, nuclear reactor. Okay, apart from that, other applications are also there. The applications are possible with nuclear isotopes. Okay, nuclear isotopes, they have applications in medicine. In medicine, treating cancers like thyroid cancer, etc., etc. Right, they have some industrial applications. Okay, industrial applications that are mostly in food processing and food preservation. Certain applications are there. We will try and understand those applications. Okay, so these are the applications of nuclear technology. Then we will study about our three-stage nuclear program. Okay, we have a nuclear program, that is three-stage nuclear program. Okay, so we are, we will study in detail about the three-stage nuclear program. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Why we have followed this nuclear three-stage program is the present material or fuel that is used in nuclear reactors is uranium. Okay, okay. The present fuel that is used in nuclear reactors is uranium, but we do not have sufficient reserves, or we do not have that much uranium material for that matter. But what other nuclear material we have? We have thorium. Okay, thorium, this nuclear material we have. Okay, or nuclear fuel we have. But thorium itself directly cannot be used in the nuclear reactor. Okay, so before that it has to be converted into a fissile material. Okay, so for that it has to undergo, or we have to process thorium, and we have to convert it into plutonium. So in the plutonium form of plutonium, the plutonium is useful in the nuclear reactors. Okay, so for that, first what we will do, we will build the first and the second stage of nuclear reactors. Okay, in the first stage of nuclear reactors, we are using pH pressurized heavy water reactors, PHWR reactors, those are known as. Second stage is known as fast breeder reactors. Okay, fast breeder reactors. Third stage of reactors are thorium based reactors. Okay, so when we study these three stages, we will study in detail what is the processes that are involved in that. Okay, in these three stages, first stage we have attained criticality, and almost 10 to 12 nuclear reactors are running. Okay, second stage we are at the experiment level. Okay, fast breeder reactor, we have built a prototype. Okay, at Kalpakam. So we are testing it. If that becomes a sustainable, we can build nuclear reactors based on fast breeder technology. Then will come the third stage of nuclear reactors. Those are thorium based reactors. Okay, so in detail we are going to study about these three stages. Okay, after that we have to see the future of nuclear energy. Okay, so lot of nuclear reactors very well. It is a radioactive material. Okay, there is lot of safety concerns about the nuclear reactors. If at all an accident happens, it is going to have disastrous consequences. Okay, disastrous consequences are going to happen if at all a accident happens. Okay, examples are there. Uh, uh, you know In Russia, former USSR, there is a nuclear accident occurred. Okay, during the Cold War period. Okay, and recently in 2011. Okay, maybe 15 years back, in Japan also, at the place of Fukushima, nuclear accident has occurred. So disaster consequences we have seen. Another accident has occurred in USA, 3 Mile Island. There is another accident. Okay, in Russia, it is the severest accident. Chernobyl, at Chernobyl, the accident has occurred. Okay, so thousands of people have been died in that accident. So like that, concerns are there. One more concern associated with nuclear reactors are the disposal of waste material. Okay, waste disposal. Once nuclear fuel is used, what are we going to do with the material that is coming out of the nuclear reactor as a waste? Okay, it is very radioactive. It is highly radioactive, that whatever the waste that is coming from the nuclear reactors. Okay, how we are going to dispose it? There is no sustainable solution right now for disposing the nuclear waste. Okay, that is also a concern. Okay, and one more challenge is, apart from that, the world is shifting towards renewable energy sources. Okay, the world is moving towards renewable energy resources. Even we are making huge progress with respect to solar energy and wind energy. The world is also looking towards sustainable energy resources or non-polluting energy resources, right? Or we can say they are unconventional energy resources. The nuclear energy comes in traditional or conventional sources of energy. Okay, so in that also we have to examine whether it is okay to go forward with the nuclear energy, or we have to stop it and we have to focus our focus on the renewable energy resources. This aspect also we have to examine. Okay, right. We have to discuss this because some countries like Germany, at one point of time, more than 50% of Germany's energy used to come from the nuclear energy. Now it has decided to gradually downgrade its energy. It is sourcing from the nuclear reactors because again the concern is safety concern and concern with the accidents like that. Okay, so plenty of opportunities are there. R&D, research and development, is taking place. Renewable energy sources like wind energy and solar energy, they are becoming more and more affordable. So why not we try and utilize that energy? That is the thought process going on. Because of that, there are clouds accumulating on the sustainability of nuclear energy. That aspect also we are going to examine. Okay, so if we discuss that, we will be covering the nuclear energy part also comprehensively, right? Right. So this is the aspect. This is about the nuclear energy. After that, we can develop or we can discuss the biotechnology. Okay. Then one important area that is remaining is the IPR, intellectual property rights. Okay, IPR. So this is also an important chapter, IPR. Okay, so briefly we will try and understand what is the meaning of intellectual property rights and the types of IPR. There are 6 to 7 types of intellectual property rights are there. Copyrights, industrial designs, etc., etc. Okay, patents, copyrights, industrial designs, then geographical indication. Okay, all these 6 types of intellectual property are there. We are going to study about them, intellectual property rights. Then we will study the legal mechanisms. Okay, legal mechanisms that are there in our country backing these intellectual property rights. Okay, for each and everything, certain acts are there. We will study those acts or legislations which are protecting these various types of intellectual property rights. Okay, then we have to study some critical areas like aspects with respect to patents. Okay, patents, broadly patents can be divided into 2 categories. Those are a product patent and a process patent. Okay, earlier we were following the process patent. Okay, now we have shifted to product patent, but we have taken plenty of precautions. Okay, lot of safeguards are there in the product based patent act also. Okay, so we have to worry about the product patent? That area we will try and understand. Okay, why process patent is more secure or good for a country like us, relatively poorer country, plenty of poor people are there. Why process patent is more useful for us? But how the multinational companies are demanding product payment? Okay, these areas we have to examine. Okay, along with that we have to see certain areas, specific things are there, that is concept of evergreening of patents. Okay, evergreening of patents, this aspect is there. We have to study about this. The case, one famous case is there, Gleevec case. There is a fight between a pharmaceutical company and Indian government or Indian patents, whoever is taking care of that patents or aspects related to patent. There is a fight. Okay, so in that context we are going to study the evergreening of patents, especially in the pharmaceutical sector. Okay, pharmaceutical sector, the problem of evergreening of patents. Okay, then there is another concept, that is compulsory licensing. Okay, compulsory licensing. So what is the meaning of compulsory licensing? This is also part and parcel of pharmaceutical sector itself. Okay, so there are some essential medicines, the medicines to treat uh, major diseases like cancer, life threatening diseases like cancer, etc., etc. The medicines, it is the responsibility of the government to make sure that medicines are available for treating those diseases. So for that we have kept a provision of compulsory licensing in our patent act. Okay, but major multinational companies, pharmaceutical companies, they are raising objections with respect to this provision, compulsory licensing. So we will try and understand in detail about this aspect also, compulsory licensing. Okay, third thing we have to understand about the seeds. Okay, so patents are generally not allowed for plants or plant based products. Okay, right? So there are plenty of plant varieties in our country. Okay, plant varieties are there in our country. There is an act to protect the plant varieties or seed varieties in our country. But just like I have told, the aspect I have mentioned in biotechnology when I was talking about the BT seeds or GM seeds. Okay, they are trying to develop different multinational seed companies. They are trying to develop various types of hybrids of seeds, and even genetically modified seeds. Okay, and they are trying to get patent on them. Okay, so there is an act, protection of plant varieties. Okay, the name goes like this, the name of that act, protection of plant varieties, something like that the name goes. So what are the aspects that are there in the that particular act, and what are the objections raised by multinational companies with respect to that act? Okay, these things we are going to study in the burning issues within the intellectual property rights. Okay, right. After that slightly one area we have to study, that is geographical indication, GI. Okay, in detail we have to study about the GI, aspects of GI, geographical indication. What is the significance of geographical indication? How it is beneficial for the people who are producing certain goods? Okay, and how it is beneficial for customers also, and what are the latest products that have been granted the geographical indication? Okay, so famous examples are there, Darjeeling tea, Kashmiri shawls, Tirupati laddu. Okay, these are the famous examples which have been granted the geographical indication. Okay, so we are going to study all these aspects in the intellectual property rights. Okay, right. So after this we are going to study one more important chapter, that is public health. Okay, public health, it is also one important area, right? So in public health what we are going to study? Okay, public health, the major health challenges. Okay, health challenges we are going to study. Challenges like some diseases are there, or major diseases, or we can understand, first we will try and understand the aspects like what is the meaning of pandemic. Okay, COVID is a pandemic. Okay, then endemic. Okay, what are endemic diseases, then what are pandemics, etc., etc. So all these concepts categorization is there. We will try and understand this categorization. Okay, right. So after that we will try and understand some diseases which are causing a huge concern for us, like diseases like MDR TB, multi drug resistant TB, tuberculosis. Okay, and other diseases like AIDS. Okay, so all these things we are going to study. Major diseases we are going to study. Okay. Before that, before studying this life-threatening diseases, we have to try and understand the health profile of India. Okay. Health profile of India or disease profile of India. That is broadly diseases can be categorized into two types. That is communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Okay. Communicable diseases are diseases which are transferred from one person to another person through some vector, through some medium. Okay. Best examples are malaria. Okay. You know, cholera is a cholera, typhoid. Okay. Okay, all these diseases, maybe some major diseases we will try and understand. Okay, apart from that, some non-communicable diseases are there. The diabetes. Okay, then cardiovascular diseases like stroke and heart attack. Okay, okay, then obesity. Okay, so all these diseases are lifestyle diseases, non-communicable diseases. They are also known as lifestyle diseases. Okay, so recently means past maybe 10 years back, we have had a disease transition in our country. 10 years before, the communicable diseases were in a majority in our country. More than 50% people used to suffer from communicable diseases. Now we have made a transition. Now more than 50% of the people are suffering from non-communicable diseases. Okay, so there is a transition in our disease profile. Okay, what is the significance of this transition? The significance is, so there is a transition in the disease profile. Accordingly, our policy related to health also should change. Okay, whatever the policies are there, they have to change. Okay, in that how the policy, there should be a change in the policy. Those things we are going to study and understand. Okay, so these are the areas. After this we will study some major diseases and how to fight them. Okay, all these aspects we will study. Okay, then we will study an important area, that is drug resistance. Okay, drug resistance, how it is a huge concern. Okay, how it is a huge concern for countries like India. Okay, it is concern for everybody, not only for India, but countries which are developing or underdeveloped and which have a huge disease burden, this drug resistance is going to become a huge problem for them, because briefly we will try and understand what is the meaning of drug resistance. Drug resistance is nothing but diseases or microorganisms or the antigens that are acquiring immunity to the medicines we are using. Okay, so malaria is caused by certain bug or certain thing. We take certain medicine, okay, to kill that bug, but the bug is acquiring immunity. So we, instead of we are using medicine, but still that medicine is unable to kill that bug. The reason is it is acquiring immunity. Okay, that is a huge concern. That is known as drug resistance. Excuse me. Drug resistance is a severe. Already the repercussions are there, and we are seeing the repercussions in the TB treatment. Okay, tuberculosis treatment repercussions are there. Most of the drugs have went out of use with respect to treating TB. We will try and understand what are the reasons why there is emergence of drug resistance, what are the factors behind it, and how it should be overcome. Or government has already taken certain measures. We will try and understand those measures, and what further measures have to be taken, that also we will try and observe. Okay, right. So these are the aspects that we are going to study in the public health. Okay, briefly if time permits, few of the health policies like national health policy, okay, and Ayushman Bharat or Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, okay, and creating Pradhan Mantri now Ayushman this digital Ayushman Bharat is also there, okay. These areas we will try and understand. Major health related policies and problems with the health segment, budget allocation, etc., etc. These areas we will try and cover in this chapter. Okay, right. So after that, this will be our second and last chapter. Okay. After that, one final chapter is there. That is the science and technology policy. Okay, policies and programs in the science and technology arena. Okay. Right. Policies in the science and technology arena. We will see here the Ministry of Science and Technology. Under that, what are the departments, various departments that are there. Then S&T research institutes are there like ICMR, Indian Council for Medical Research is there, Indian Council for Agriculture Research is there. Okay, plenty of research institutes are there. We are going to try and understand those research institutes. Then we have certain policies, science, technology and innovation policies are there. Okay, so latest innovation policy that has been brought in I think 2020 there is a policy. Okay, for 2022 there is a policy. We will try and understand in detail about that policy. In 2013 also there was one policy, science, technology and innovation policy. Okay, that policy also we will try and understand. Okay, so in detail we will understand what are the aspects that are there in the science, technology and innovation policy, latest policy. What are the salient features of it, what are the problems with the policy, and what should have been the policy. Okay, these areas we will cover. After that, certain programs or schemes are there. Okay, to try and promote the science and technology or to encourage the students, to drive them towards research and development, and how to make or how to bring in more and more women into the stream of science and technology. So there are certain schemes. Okay, Kiran scheme is there with respect to women, and with respect to developing or attracting foreign or Indians who have left the country and who are doing research in some other country, how to attract them back into India and to conduct some research. Okay, there is a Vajra scheme. Okay, so all these schemes, whatever the schemes are there, we will try and understand in this chapter. Okay, and broadly in this chapter we will try and focus about the policy aspects. Okay, okay, with this we will be comfortably completing the science and technology topic. Okay, comprehensively all the areas we will be covering. Okay, right. Once again let me repeat, mains related all the aspects we will be covering. Prelims, if you see prelims, most of the things they are asking from the advanced technologies that generally we did not hear before. Okay, the CAL paper also, if you see 2024 paper, most of the questions with respect to hydrogels. Okay, some questions was related to some technologies. Okay, all these technologies we did not hear. Okay, so questions are coming. So to answer questions like those, you have to do some research and you have to find out about the latest technologies that are emerging. Okay, so from your side you have to do this small work. Rest of the things mains related and whatever the traditional aspects are there, I am going to cover them comfortably, no problem with that. Okay, right. Right. So this is the orientation I wanted to give you about the science and technology topic. Okay. So parallelly we are running economics in the morning hours. I will be covering the economics, and in the afternoon hours I will be covering the science and technology. Okay. So let's see after completion of these two topics or science and technology, I guess we will complete early. So after that I will take one more subject. Okay. So like this we will try and cover all the topics before the before the prelims 2025. Okay, we will try and make sure that we will be ready. We will be study all the subjects before the occurrence of prelims 2025, so that we can focus on after the prelims. We can completely focus on mains preparation, mains oriented preparation, means writing the exam, practicing and revising. Okay, If time permits, we will take 1.5 month. We will try and complete before, 1.5 month before prelims itself. Then we can specially focus on prelims preparation itself. There are certain topics which we have to specially focus on prelims itself. Okay, more we have to focus on environment, you know, defense areas we have to focus, etc. So some specific areas are there. We will try and focus on them. Okay, we will see how it goes, how the schedule goes. Okay, right. So I hope you garnered some information through this orientation. From the next class onwards, we will start the regular classes. We will start with the evolution of science and technology in our country. Okay, right. So I wanted to share with you one more thing also. Okay, if you want to further read, okay, there is a website with the same name, samatha.iasacademy.in. Okay, samatha.iasacademy.in. There is a website. I have posted some blogs related to UPSC topics. Okay, briefly the topics have been presented to get you a brief overview about the issues that you have to cover in for the UPSC exam. It is not completely complete. The topics are not completely posted. It is a ongoing process. I have posted like 120 plus topics are there in the website. So gradually, as we move forward, I will be posting the topics. I will be posting the blogs. So as we move forward, more and more blogs or articles will be available for you. It is an ongoing process. Okay, 100 plus 120 plus articles are there. You try and read them also. The website is samatha.iasacademy.in. Okay, after that, apart from that, there is one more thing I wanted to share you. So if you want to take the mentorship program, okay, classes to SAVR, the classes are going on. After that, if you want to do a proper preparation, you do not want to or lose track of your preparation. If you want to have a proper plan, plan for the entire year until the mains 2025. Okay, that includes prelims 2025 also and mains 2025 also. So if you want to have a proper plan till 2025, and after that you want to divide your targets like weekly targets and monthly targets, you have to give a proper shape for your preparation. And along with that, if you want to clear whatever the doubts that will come, okay, along your preparation. Okay, not only the doubts means doubts not only in the academics, the doubts with respect to the preparation, entire preparation, you can clarify with me, okay, through the mentorship program. Okay, so we will comprehensively plan how to approach the prelims exam and how to approach the mains exam through the mentorship program that we can do. Okay, so you can take the guidance. The point I want to make you is, I want to tell you is, you can take the mentorship program. You will be having my continuous support through the mentorship program. Okay, so try and think about that one also, mentorship program also. Okay, if you want, I will explain the mentorship program details maybe in a separate lecture. I will try and provide the details about the mentorship program also. Okay, right. So these are the two issues I wanted to tell you about. I wanted to tell you about. First one is about the website samatha.iasacademy.in. There is a website. You can access the articles, and there is mentorship program also. You can avail the mentorship program if you want. Okay, right. So with this information or with this message, we will end this class and see you in the next class. Until then, have a good time. Okay.